G'day everyone. In this video I'm reviewing Spark's 143 scale resin model of Max Verstappen's Red Bull from the 2021 Turkish Grand Prix. This was a special one-off race livery where the car was painted white instead of the team's traditional dark blue in recognition of its Japanese engine supplier Honda. I haven't done a straight out review of a Formula One model for about a year. It was this pile of rubbish from Minichamps. You can find it in the reviews playlist. I don't really purchase much modern day F1 these days because the pricing's out of control. But then I saw Spark had produced a model of this eye-catching one-off special livery of the 2021 Red Bull at the Turkish Grand Prix, and it's a little ripper. Packaging is typical of a 43rd scale Spark model. The model base and clear case are encased in a cardboard slip sleeve. Underneath it's just got information about the licensing with the team, with Red Bull, manufacturer information, and the barcode with product number and description. This is, as mentioned, is a one-off livery. We Miss You Japan, which is in reference to Honda recognising that for the second year running there was no Japanese Grand Prix. I assume the hieroglyphics at the back is We Miss You in Japan in Japanese. Now, when you take a Spark model out of its sleeve, you always check underneath because there's sometimes decals in here, especially if it's an older F1 that might have had tobacco markings or sometimes with alcohol identification as well. But since there's nothing here, we can assume that all of the decoration has been included on the model. Normal Spark wooden base and clear acrylic case on the top, so these are quite good for display as they are and keeps the dust off the model. Great thing about Spark models is they include information about the cars, so Red Bull Racing Honda RB16B, second place in the Turkish Grand Prix of 2021, and they also include the driver Max Verstappen in this particular case. Now, the car is represented, well, its satin finish is represented very well in the model. All right, it's a flat white paint scheme on it, and just running around the model with the big front wings and very small support struts. When that's scaled down in 43rd scale, there's not a lot of strength involved, so Spark put this bit of foam underneath the wing just to provide support, but that typically comes out quite easily so that it can be displayed a little bit more realistically, but it's very fragile, so you need to be careful with these front wings. Also, normally Spark get the sit of the model on the base spot on, but this one the front wheels are in the air, which is not ideal, but it's not overly noticeable when you're looking at the model. Now the front wing is one piece, so those dark lines to simulate the various elements in the top flap are in fact decoration. So yeah, they're not individual pieces. But at this scale, the effect is quite okay, in my opinion. Yeah, if we get some focus happening, there's carbon fibre detail, a lot of carbon fibre detail on this, which sometimes in 43rd scale looks a little bit too grainy and aggressive to me, but I know other people simply love the carbon detail on this particular scale. The camera pods at the front and the wishbones, as well as all of the turning vanes and barge boards and things on the sides of the cockpit, and even in the floor and on the rear suspension as well, if I can get that in focus. The model's got a lot of these aero devices and fins and things simulated. Got the push rods here for the front suspension and the suspension arms. The shut lines in the bodywork are simulated, which when you're looking up close like this, they look to be very deep and aggressive, but that's just what's going to happen if you're doing this in 43rd scale, I guess. As mentioned, the satin paint is quite good, although on the halo here, the fade from the original dark blue of Red Bull into the white is a little bit messy on this particular one. The yellow around the airbox is a mask spray, and then the actual Red Bull on the engine cover is a decal that goes over the top. So that's all looking quite well, and decals on the rear wing as well. It includes the DRS mechanisms, crash structure, and rain light on the tail, and the exhaust outlets at the back of the engine cover. Now these tyres are the intermediate tyre with the green sidewalls, and they look to be done really well, both in the front with the tread pattern and also on the wider rear tyre. The rims are really good, nice metallic colour, and all of the ridges are simulated inside that rim as well. Same deal on the front. So that's some really nice detail there by Spark. Now this Japanese writing on the side, I believe says arigato, which is Japanese for thank you. So it was a sort of a Thankyou Honda livery, as well as a recognition of the Japanese Grand Prix that wasn't taking place last year. And even the number 33 is in the red circle of the Japanese flag, so quite a bit of Japanese flavour for this one-off livery that was run at the Turkish Grand Prix. Oh, and here's a bonus. I also got Max's Abu Dhabi World Championship winner for my World Champions collection. It comes on a huge base that takes up way too much room for a 43rd scale model, but it does include a pit board and the first place bollard, which are both made in photo etch metal. The only difference between the two models that I've noticed, apart from the livery, is the rear wing, with the different specification main element and side plates. This model's gone into my World Champions collection in the display cabinet, so I've taken it off the base and this is what's underneath. There's some representation of the aero devices, including the cape under the nose and the vertical fins in the rear of the diffuser, which are visible from behind when the model is sitting on its wheels. So there you have it. I hope that provides some insight into this rather unique model. Feel free to leave a comment, thumbs up if you like the video, thumbs down if you don't, and if you want to see my future reviews and kit builds, subscribe to the channel and click the bell for notifications of when the next vid drops. Until next time, cheers.